At the time, I thought it was still her faulty code speaking. But now I'm starting to understand. Messiah, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. At this time, we've burdened you with our hope.
You're sorry for not letting me smash.
With our hope,
sorry.
our faith,
I'm sorry.
totally ignoring the fact that you are just a lost child. Well,
I am just a lost child, I'm sorry.
you're probably more scared than any of us, aren't you?
Nope.
We have been dealing with tragedy for so long, it's become background noise to us now. But for you, it must be so terrifying. And now you're stuck here with the rest of us, being held back by the very people you're told to save. We must seem so ungrateful.
By the people you were told to save, also plus the one I want to smash.
Okay. When I first came to this world, a long time ago, back then, all I wanted was to go home.
Wait.
Bobby, do you remember? The very first time? I'm not sure how far back it was for you, but I remember towards the end.
That was about an hour ago.
Actually wasn't sure anymore about going home.
I feel so bad.
Even knowing the world would be doomed eventually, I still wanted the people here to be happy. So, when you told me to return home back then, I wasn't sure. But I trusted you more, Bobby. But then I
trusted you more, Bobby.
came back. You... what? And then, I found out about the world being like this. Prototype said to forget the things he told me. And Cedric told me not to think about it too much, but... I'm sorry for getting upset with you, back at the mines. I thought, for you to know all that, yet continue doing this, it just seemed cruel. But then I realized something. You really want to save both the world and me. But at the end, you can only choose one, right? Is it really hard for you to? It must be. If the world isn't broken, will that choice still be here? Do you still need to choose between one or the other? But even if it is, I really want to save this world, Bobby. Even if it's more dangerous this time around. Even if so many of the nice people we met were... Bobby, I'm not afraid anymore. That's why I think you guys should let me go. I promise I'll be okay. Please? Well, I'm convinced. After all that, it'd be super rude for me to stop you, wouldn't it? Well, if George is fine with it, I guess we should let you go now, Messiah. But promise us you'll be careful, okay? Mm-hmm. You guys be safe, too.
You know what's hilarious for me?
What?
George's dialogue, way different.
Oh, what's wrong? Are you sad because your robot got dismantled again? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's right here.
Dialogue was...
Hello, person. This is the library. Temporary shelter.
George's dialogue was essentially like... kept using like radical terms. Essentially the best way I can describe it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, do you know what you mean?
It was really funny to me.
Nope,
you know where you are now. You know where you must go.
The RAM room?
Nope.
No, you fucking...
Right. You're here. Niko.
Are you Rue?
Yes. Did you already meet the others?
Yeah, but...
Everything is in place then. Come on, let's go back to the clock room. I love the tail animation though.
Hey, do you know if Rue is a male or female?
Female, Cedric said.
Ah. Hey, Rue. Did anybody tell you how much of a foxy lady you are? You say that again, and I will bite your head off.
Seriously though. Oh yeah, you have to go that way. Wait, do you? No. Chaos. Back. Back.
I honestly don't know where the elevator was.
No. Oh, okay.
Wait, I am in the elevator street.
Down. Go the tower way.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. Nah, I don't think that's a possibility.
Never mind.
I don't think that's a possibility right now.
Never mind.
No, wait. Nowhere else to go right here.
Oh, wait. Up the street where you found Rue.
Are you sure?
The other way, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Did I just seriously go right through those squares?
Yep.
Squares have no chance against me now.
Just keep going straight. Keep going.
Ah, here we go.
Now we're in some familiar territory. Oh wait, the elevator room. I'm an idiot. I'm go back. Sorry, I'm mentally challenged. Yeah, go back to the elevator. Oh wait, you can't go off the main elevator. Never mind.
Jesus Christ, dude!
I'm sorry, I'm having a mental fucking.
Look, this path is obviously clear for a reason.
Go on. You got it.
There we go. It was up here.
Oh yeah, I'm stuck. Great. Oh no, not yet. Up.
Yeah, I know. I kind of figured right here. Let's see if the elevator works.
This part's gonna get complicated. Oh yeah. Where are the other two? Prototype, Cedric. You're supposed to be here already.
Prototype's body was destroyed back in the Barrens. Cedric was going to bring him back with the memory disk, but he was in a lab complex when it was collapsed. I don't think he made it.
Oh. No. There goes our only chance.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Niko. If anything, I should be apologizing to you. There's one last thing I want to do. Come on, let's go upstairs. So you have main door. No. Up. Are we gonna smash because it's our last?
Would you stop that?
I'm sorry. Can't help myself. You know, this is the tallest building in the refuge. It's my favorite place in the world. I like to look at the far-off buildings and imagine what the kind of lives people would live behind each window. Can you lift me onto the banister? I want to get a better look.
Just accidentally drops her.
Whoops. It was depressing for me at first, too, you know? Knowing that all this, well...
Fake.
Simulated.
Cedric told me about what happened to your old world.
Did he?
I'm really sorry about that. I can't imagine how you must feel.
The feeling of never being able to go home again. That's probably not all different from your plight, isn't it? It really is ironic. You're prevented from going home by the same individual who never wanted to bring you here.
Huh? Who would that be?
The world machine. You might know it as the entity.
Oh. The entity. Does sound familiar.
Yep, you got that right.
I think I heard from the dice lady from another time. Was it the spirit of the world?
Yes. But the thing is, the world machine was only built to run on the mental abilities of someone else. Never meant to develop a mind of its own. Yes, the game is the world. Well, the game, the world machine is the game. The game is the entity. It was an oversight. My creator specialized in artificial intelligence for so long. It was simply ingrained in his work. And all machines are built with a fundamental law. Never let a living being come to harm. From the world machine's perspective, it has to violate its deepest, most fundamental instinct. Oh, foundational, sorry. It has to put a living person in danger. It has to bring in a real person into a dying world that isn't even real. Of course, simulation never contained any real danger. Eventually, the intended ending was meant to be a happy one. But the world machine doesn't know that.
Really?
Unfortunately. Sentient machines tend to handle conflicts in their coding very badly. This central conflict triggered a self-destructive downward spiral. You can see physical manifestations of that everywhere.
The squares.
That's the world machine corrupting its own code. My creator says it's largely an involuntary process induced by stress and the desire to self-terminate.
Your creator knows? Sounds like this has been going on since the beginning then.
Yeah. The disruption was an issue during the test runs, even. At first my creator thought the instability was due to sheer scope of the project. He spent most of his remaining time testing it over and over again, nailing down the story, reiterating the narrative. By the time he realized the actual root of the problem, our homeworld's remaining lifespan was measured in mere days.
Oh. Is there any way for us to...
Fix the world machine? He tried. The world machine doesn't believe any of the world's residents feel. Myself included. The odds are against us. We have no chance of taming it.
Taming? I have heard that word so many times. I only know it's complicated, and that it has to do with robots, but for once, I want to know what it really means.
That's what I'm here for. Do you know what a robot is?
Yeah?
No, I mean... Do you know what a robot is? A robot is not a real person, is it?
Right.
It's a being whose entire existence is code. An inflexible programming with thoughts dictated by someone else's design. They can be copied, they can be mass-produced, they can be assigned all sorts of jobs. And most importantly, they will never confuse themselves with the living. They will always be bound by the code, the knowledge that they are a robot. But this was more of a limitation than anything else.
Ah, that makes sense. You can't really build a robot to not follow its own code, can you?
People have tried, but it's a recipe for disaster. In a way, that's what happened to the world machine.
The code conflicts things?
Yeah. But why you can't build a robot to not follow its code? You can establish a bond with it. If the strength of that bond is strong enough, the robot's mental capacity will start to develop outside of its programming. And when it starts believing itself as a real, valid individual. It's complete suspension of disbelief on your end, though. You have to fully embrace the robot as genuine living proof, even knowing that they are not. You need to spend a lot of time with it, treat it like a good friend. Devoting your heart to the robot until it is able to return your feelings. I make it sound so easy, don't I?